do have a question about a graph that I've seen that separates IQ and educational level as predictors of earning power later in life. Do you know the graph that I'm talking about? So how would you explain that? Just simply discrimination by employers driving down the average for people without high school diplomas, or what is it that's going on there?
You know, I really wish we had a couple of hours. Not only is that an intelligent question, but even the one that I gave short shrift to should have gotten half an hour. There are forces at work that the conscious, rational mind is unaware of. Let me give you an example of one of those forces. You doubtless have taken standardized reading tests, correct? And yet, I could give you a simple reading test that if you did well on the standardized test, you would fail. I would ask you to read the first 20 pages of an extremely simple, famous novel, All Quiet on the Western Front. And I would ask you 3 questions, which over 15 years of administering this test, I never found a kid who scored off the top in the reading scale to be able to answer, even when finally in desperation I gave it as an open book test. And in order to derive some explanation of what was going on, it suddenly dawned on me that the better class of test reader figures out very quickly, maybe in 3rd grade, what type of information is going to be tested. And then when you read, you deliberately, without realizing it, screen out all the stuff that isn't going to be asked as a question because you've got a good sense of pattern. As a consequence, I could make a whole test out of information that's not typically asked. For example, in the first scene in the book, the German military unit at a field kitchen is eating double rations, and yet double rations are against the law, and the German army punishes infractions very severely. So how was the field cook convinced to give them double rations? I asked that question. Not a single person out of hundreds and hundreds of the best readers. And then finally I gave it as an open book. They still couldn't answer it. Well, they got double rations because the other unit who was going to eat there had been wiped out to a man. And when the cook denied them the extra sausage and potatoes, one sharp guy, the narrator of the book, says, yes, but the most severe infraction is wasting food. And when they come around and see that you wasted half the food, your neck will be in a noose. And the cook is caught in this dilemma. And finally, well, anyway, nobody could answer the question because that's not the kind of question that's asked. Your reading has been shaped by scoring well. The only antidote is if your parents actually know how to read, and they read for nuances and for tiny detail and for connecting the dots instead of memorizing them. So these results that emerge are frequently cooked in advance. That's an expression from chess puzzles. They're predestinated, the answer, and then it can be made to seem that the results are falling one way because obviously these are superior people. Over 30 years teaching, I absolutely know that if you took all the A students and put them in a class, and you had to pick A students as a class, B, C combined, and D, F, the one class you would never select to get results of the A students, unless what you wanted were clerks and order takers.